Hey guys, it's Lauren. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're talking about a bunch of my old makeup favorites and seeing, what I think about them now. Some of these products are ones I loved a year ago, some are 2 years ago, 3 years ago, some are even like 4 years ago favorites. And now I'm going to be kind of looking back at them, deciding whether I love them, whether I forgot about them, or whether I really don't like them. And believe it or not, it is the case with a few of these products. So it's kind of like a favorites update. So if you guys are interested in all of that, then just keep on watching. So the first product I want to talk about is one that I mentioned in my January favorites for 2018 and my February favorites for 2018. And those two videos were actually the very first two videos I posted on this channel. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lipstick. I talked about it in the shade Crush, which is this one. It retails for $20. I do have a couple other shades from Anastasia of their liquid lipsticks, and this is by far my favorite. It's no secret that I don't wear a lot of liquid lipsticks. I just don't love the really drying formula, and I don't really like the matte look that it gives your lips. I just rather wear something that's a little more, glossy and glowy, like I typically wear lip glosses or a lip oil like I'm wearing today. And even when I do wear this, I typically top it off with a gloss of some sort, just because that's like the look that I really go for. But this liquid lipstick, if I have to wear one and I want something that's gonna last all day long, especially when I feel like I have a lot of events that I go to in the fall, and this is just something I really like to go for because it is long wearing and it's gonna last a while. And out of all the liquid lipsticks that I've tried, this formula is the most comfortable. So I definitely recommend trying it out if you're a liquid lipstick girl. You haven't tried it out, this is definitely a very coveted product in the beauty community. The next product is one that, honestly, I don't really like anymore. This is the Too Faced Perfect Peach Powder. This is a mattifying setting powder that costs $33 for the full size. So you do get a lot of product in this. It's almost impossible to use up the whole thing. And it is a very good baking powder. I will tell you, it really does brighten the underneath the eyes, amazing. I use this every day for probably 6 months during 2018, but it ultimately got to me. This scent, I don't know how. It's literally getting in my mouth, I can taste it. I don't know how I put up with this for that long, but this scent is just so overwhelming and it does linger. So it's not just something that you put underneath your eyes and then, it's done, the scent goes away. This is something that lasts all day long. And the scent is just, I love peaches. I love artificial scents too. I just really like, scent things. I love the chocolate products from Too Faced, but this is too much for me. It's just way overbearing and too strong. I do love, though, that it has a little sifter and something that's gonna, close so it'll keep all the powder in, especially when you're traveling. It would be a good, loose powder to bring with you traveling, even though that's kind of even a weird thing to say. But ultimately, the smell. And also, another thing that I was noticing, even when I would wear this during the summer months, it would really, really dry out my under eyes. And I do have dry skin, and I know that a lot of people with oily or even normal skin really, really do enjoy this, and they like the brightening effect that it gives. For me, it just cancels out way too many of my natural oils, so it looks very drying and it feels very drying and heavy on the skin. So this is one that honestly is a no-go for me, but if you do have a different skin type, this may work for you. Next up, we have the Marc Jacobs High Shine Enamored Lip Lacquer Lip Gloss. This retails for $28 and it is in the shade Love Buzz. Love Buzz is an iridescent-y, pinky purple shade, and I think it is very pretty. And I also really like the formula on this lip gloss. I find that it's super shiny, which I love, but it's not sticky. I feel like a lot of shiny lip gloss formulas, they can just feel really gross and kind of tacky on the lips. This does not have that feeling. And it does kind of have a little bit of a plumping effect, but it's not going to have that tingling effect that, lip plumpers do typically have. So I really like this. I wish I would wear it more often, but the iridescent kind of effect that it gives makes it not great for everyday wear. I mean, of course you could wear it every day. I'm just not that comfortable in things like this. I don't know. I like something a little bit more natural, so I don't wear it as much as I would like to, but I need to remember this because I kind of forget it. It goes to the back of my, or the bottom of my drawer, and I just don't use it that often, but I need to. Next up, we have another lip gloss. It is actually another one of those shiny lip gloss formulas. It is the Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine Ultra Cushion Lip Gloss. Here's what it looks like. This retails for $20, and I don't know if you can see, this is in the shade Fireball, but it's this bright pink with some sparkly glitter to it. I don't know if you can see it in the packaging, but that is beautiful. That's what really makes this product stand out for me and something different and unique. I feel like it gives, just like a little bit of glow and glitter to the lips without being uncomfortable. I know glitter can often feel uncomfortable if it's in like a lip gloss or even a lipstick or whatever. It can just feel really like gritty and uncomfortable, but this one does not have that feeling. It's very, very fine and smooth. You probably won't even feel it. This is going to be, you know, a shiny lip gloss, but it's kind of like that Marc Jacobs one I was just talking about, where it's going to be comfortable. Like, you don't have to sacrifice comfort for that high shine look. So that's something I really like. The whole formula on this lip gloss, they really, really did kill it. I wish more people would talk about this formula because the scent on it is also amazing. It's like a vanilla mint. It like initially drew me in. Like, I went in the store, smelled it, and I was like, I'm sold. Like, even if I don't like it, like, I'm keeping it. It smells great. I know that's a really weird thing to say, but it's really nice. And another thing about it is it's supposed to be like a plumping lip gloss. I'm not sure how plumping it actually is. I do think it, you know, makes my lips look a little bit bigger, but as far as like the feeling of a lip plumper goes, it's not gonna be, you know, burning or stinging at all. Like, I do have more of a high tolerance for the burning and stinging from like lip plumpers, but this one I didn't feel it at all. There wasn't even really like a slight tingling feeling. So I think if you're looking for a lip plumper and you don't have a high tolerance to like, you know, the tingling, the stinging, all that, this might be a good option for you. Next up, we have an eyeshadow palette. This is the Tarte Tartelette in Bloom palette. This palette retails for $39 and you can get it at Tarte, Sephora, Ulta. It's pretty much everywhere. I got mine a few years ago, and when I first got it, it was like my favorite palette on earth. I would bring it everywhere with me whenever I would travel. This was my go-to palette, and even now I still bring it a lot when I do travel, just because I find it's a very easy palette to just use really quickly when you're on the go. But I will say, you know, they are kind of neutral shades and there are some warm tones in here, but overall, every single shade, no matter what it looks like in the pan, they pull super, super warm tone. So my palette is a little bit banged up, so when I show you it, don't be alarmed. Like, some of the packaging is kind of worn off and everything, but here is what the inside looks like. You can see these shades, and these are really, that quad right there is really the only 4 shades that you would think would be super, super warm tone. But even like every single shade in this palette, just when you're putting it on your eye, it just pulls super, super like reddish or orangey almost, and you'd be really surprised because it does look like there'd be a few like cool tones in there. It's just really difficult to explain, and because I've been kind of more into neutral and cool tone shades, I haven't been reaching for this as much as I used to. I just don't know. It's a very complex palette, and I'll try and like let you guys know more on it in the future, just because I do think that it's something interesting to note and I would like to like figure it out. This next product really has stood the test of time in my collection. For the 2 or 3 years that I've had it, it has stayed as one of my top 3 bronzers throughout the whole time. And that's crazy because I really do try out a lot of bronzers, and I'm not picky with bronzers. Like, I like a lot. But this is definitely one of my top 3 still. It is the Bare Minerals Invisible Bronze Bronzer. It's a baked bronzer. It costs $28. I have mine in the shade medium, which I do really like because I do have fair skin and I am never not like the lightest shade in anything. So that does feel a little bit good, but that does mean that the shade range is very lacking. So it does have a really nice mirror, which is kind of a weird thing to note, but whenever I've been traveling, I've been bringing this with me, and it's been nice to have like a high quality mirror that's tiny and easy to just look into real fast. But here is what medium looks like. That's what the shade looks like. You can see it's a baked powder. So what I love about this baked formula is I do go in with a heavier hand in most of my powder products, and I hate it, but I do. And this is nice because it doesn't pick up a lot of product initially. You can, and you can really, really build it up to make like really like bronze skin. So it's nice for travel when you know, want to have something subtle during the day. You can just put on a little bit of this and you're good to go. Or when you want to go out at night, kind of build it up, look a little bit more tan, you can do that as well. And that's kind of how I use it for summer and winter. Like in the winter, I just use a little bit because I don't want to look super tan because that's just kind of strange. But in the summer, I really like to build it up. It works great for me. It does have a little bit of a glow to it, a little bit of a sheen, so if you like more of a matte bronzer, this isn't going to be for you, but truly, I just really enjoy this. I can totally see myself picking this up whenever I run out. I did actually mention this in one of my recent favorites videos, like my most recent for July. If you want to check that out, I'll have it linked up here and in the description box down below, but I've stayed on this product for way too long. It's just one of my favorites, even still. So this next product used to be my go-to blemish concealer. It is the Colorpop No Filter Concealer. And, you know, I picked up a bunch of different shades. I was like, this is the perfect concealer. It's so affordable. It's only $6.50. Like, really good stuff. However, you know, the more and more that I would use it, I mean, I've gone through like 2 of these. The more and more that I would use it and cover my blemishes, I realized that like the blemishes would never go away. Like I have really bad scarring, so I'm constantly having to cover them. But like if I had, like I have this area, I don't know if you can see it with my makeup on, but I have like a bunch of scarring right here. So the scars would be there, and whenever I would cover them, I'd be using this product obviously, and then new like blemishes would keep popping up in that same area where I'd be using this concealer. And I finally figured it out that there's a good chance that this was probably breaking me out. I haven't used it since, and knock on wood, I mean, I really have not seen a lot of blemishes on my skin recently. I do think this was causing a lot of problems for me. So while it was great for covering them, it's like if it keeps causing them, it's kind of like a never-ending cycle. I've mentioned this before on my channel, but you know, I know a lot of people really do enjoy this still. I think it's just my sensitive skin reacting to it. So if you don't have sensitive skin, this could be a product that you would really love. And if you get it in a lighter shade, I've heard a ton of people really do enjoy brightening their under eyes, using it for, you know, covering dark circles and that type of thing. So it seems to be a really good product, but for me, this just, it didn't work out the more and more I tried it. Alright guys, that about wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up so that I can know to create more content similar to this video. I want to do reacting to my first Sephora purchases, because I have products in my account that date back to like 2009, and I think it'd be really funny to look back at those with you guys and like talk about them, see what was I thinking. So if you guys want to see that, let me know in the comment section down below. If you're new here, please make sure to subscribe before you go, as well as hitting that notification bell so that you will be notified for all of my future posts and videos. We have a lot of fun stuff going on the channel right now, including a giveaway. So if you haven't already entered that, definitely enter it for the chance to win a bunch of free makeup. If you do happen to miss it though, I will have a couple giveaways going on in the future, so just stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for all of your support and everything on my channel. It really, really does mean a lot, so I wanted to thank you guys for that. I hope that you guys have a great couple of days until I post my next video, and I will see you then. Bye!